Okay, I'm starting a overnight, one of my favorite overnights here in Maine. Going to hike up Old Spec, which is I think the second tallest mountain in Maine, over 4,000 feet. Go down and stay at the Speck Pond, one of the shelters that are usually maintained by the AMC, and usually have a caretaker, but this time of the year, it's after Columbus Day, there's nobody up there, so it's my favorite time to go. The colors and the fall colors should be at their peak, and it's a nice day, and hopefully I'll be able to show you some beautiful Maine scenery. That's it for right now. Well, as you can see here, at elevation we're kind of past the peak leaf color. A lot of the leaves have fallen, but when you get down into the valleys there's still some beautiful color. It's still a gorgeous day, and okay, here's an example where the AMC really doesn't go out of its way to support the AT. Old Spec Trail is the AT, but you wouldn't know it unless somebody carved in the AT sign there. So you really got to know what you're doing when you're on the AT, when you're in the AMC territory. Okay, just a quick view looking northbound. You know, the summit of Old Spec. It's beautiful. Okay, this is one of my favorite views on the whole Appalachian Trail. It's coming off the south side of Old Spec, and we're coming down to the pond, which we can't see yet, but it's down here, and it's just absolutely beautiful. And the White Mountains are out that way. Just beautiful. Okay, this is just a quick view of Speck Pond. Nice hike up. It's cooling off quite a bit. Clouds are rolling in, but they say no rain, so we'll see. On top of a mountain, pretty neat. Okay, I want to take a second here to show you my setup here, my hammock setup. The tarp is a Wilderness Logic tadpole, which really ended up being a great little tarp. It's got good coverage and it's light and great craftsmanship. I've been real happy, and has a external ridge line and a continuous ridge line up top with prusik knots right here so that you can slide it back and forth, clip it with just a little cheap carabiner on this side, and then on this side we use this little Z hook, I guess it's called, and you just pull it tight and wrap it up, and it does really good. This is snake skins made out of lightweight tulle, weighs less than an ounce, I think 0.2 ounce, and you just slide the tarp up into it and you wrap it up, and it works out great. The tree huggers are the straps here, and then just use the stick with a prusik knot to hold it. And these are my whoopee slings. And then I'll pull back the tarp, and I will show you the hammock. Just one second here. Okay. We'll flip this over. All right, the hammock is a DIY 10.5 foot hammock. I bought a Grand Trunk Ultralight. Sassafras loves hers. Mine just seemed a little short, so made this one, and ended up being 10.5 feet, and works out great, and has a permanent ridge line, which helps you set it up, and it sleeps very comfortably. For a sleeping bag up here right now, I've got, for a top, I'm just using a my EMS 15-degree down sleeping bag, lay it over top of me like a quilt, and it'll probably get down to 40 tonight, and that'll be more than comfortable. Instead of an underquilt, because I still want to be able to sleep in the shelter if I want to, and if you just, the shelter's right over there for whatever reason, especially on the AT, I like to be able to have that option, sleep in the shelter. This works out good. So I have works out well, the Neo Air, lightly inflated. These right here, I don't know if you can see them, it's a segmented pad extender, which I made. It goes on both sides, and it very lightweight, but it has these foam wings that wrap around you so that your shoulders and hips don't get cold, because the pad just isn't wide enough because the hammock wraps around you. And then because it's going to be cool tonight, underneath I've just got a dollar store sunscreen under there, and that gives me just a little bit more warmth and stops any of the coldness that comes through the pad. So that's worked out, and so that's my setup, and it's working pretty well. So I think this is what we're going to be using. There you go. Well, there's no view from the top on Old Spec today. This is what you get. We are in the clouds. It's cool, windy, damp, but still beautiful.